Hey, I'm Staci Static from 95.5. And you know, it's Black Music Month, and I am a St. Louis woman in music.
Staci Static, how did you get your start in radio?
Ooh, let's see. I started in like public radio, and then with DJ G Wiz, another one of our DJs here. And then I called the radio station one day when the hip hop station came to St. Louis, and I called the afternoon jock, Deja Vu. I'm shouting her out because she's another woman in music. She's in New York now. And I was just like, I just want to compliment you. You sound amazing on the radio. I used to do radio. And she was like, have you ever thought about doing radio again? And I was like, well, yeah, kind of. And she was like, send me an air check. And I did. And I didn't even know what an air check was. But I sent her one. And 3 days later, she called me and told me I had the job.
Exciting.
I know.
What is your connection to music? Like, why radio?
Why radio? Well, initially I wanted to be a singer. And I went to school for music performance. And then some things happened. Life happened. I became a mom. I started working. And I just knew I still wanted to work in the music industry. But prior to that, my father took us to concerts. My house was always filled with music. And I saw everybody from Stevie Wonder to Michael Jackson to Prince. I mean, before my 15th birthday. So I've always been a big music person, even musicals. I was always in the theater and music and all of that kind of stuff.
In terms of helping and supporting local music acts, what has been your contribution?
Oh, wow. Well, obviously, I used to break a lot of local music when I worked on the hip hop side of things. I would do, I can't even remember what it's called now, but I would spotlight local artists on both stations that I worked on. I would play different music and just give them shine and talk about them and what kind of movement they had going on. Sometimes I would do interviews and talk about them that way or post about them. I get really excited about young people and seeing emerging stars and watching their careers turn around. So I support them that way. I was in Source Power 30 for 2 years in a row. I also was named Riverfront Times Best Radio Personality. So I've gotten recognized. I've gotten some national recognition. I've won a couple of Cine Awards. Yeah, I've been doing this. This is what I do.
You also contribute to Fox 2. How did that come about?
Basically, they were just looking to have a radio connection or just a female to give a female perspective of Empire weekly. So when Empire is on, Empire, of course, the hit Fox TV show, when that's on, I join their anchor, Kim Hudson, and their digital editor, and we get together and we talk all things Cookie Bites.
Being a working mother in radio and music, what are your challenges and what are the best parts?
Early on, it was scheduling because I was just trying to get my foot in the door. So I would any opportunity to get on the air, I would take it, but that didn't always coincide with my sitter schedule and my co-parenting schedule with my oldest daughter's dad. But as I've gotten older and more established, basically it's not giving my daughter too much too soon. I try not to expose her to too much where she gets spoiled. My youngest, she's growing up in it, but not growing up in it the same way that my oldest daughter did. So basically I took her to a baseball game and we had VIP access and I was like, every baseball game will not be like this. So it's just, trying to keep them grounded and not expose them to too much. It's mama doing all this hard work, not you.
Advice for young women who want to break into the music industry?
Always stay true to yourself and don't try to be anyone else. Stay focused on what it is you want to do and make moves, make definite strategic moves to get where you want to be. Just like when you asked me, how did I end up in radio? I knew I wanted to work in music. And so I worked at a record store prior to radio. It's like I just started positioning myself to do things to put me in line in the area that I wanted to go in. I always remember that. Just because one opportunity may fall through or something doesn't happen the way you want it to, always have a plan B, but just stay on the same track.
I love it. Staci Static.